Hello, I'm Jack Phillips. I'm chairman of the RO Institute, and I want to introduce you to the results mastery by describing an important relationship of success in any project. You see, think about any project or program that you're implementing, whether it's a learning program or a marketing program or a new human resources program, a new technology, new procurement procedure, a public relations event. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Value comes through the project as a chain of impact that must occur. So here's the chain. See, it starts with level 0. That's who's involved in the project and how long they're involved in the project and what's it cost. See, the inputs would be volume, time, and cost, and maybe sometimes convenience for them. That's the input. But the success of a project now is on the outcomes. We have 5 levels of outcomes. Level 1, reaction; 2, learning; 3, application; 4, impact; and 5, ROI. 5 levels. They're all important, but they're connected. See, it starts with reaction. The first outcome is, how do people react to this project? Do they see it as something that's important to them? Something that's relevant to their work, something that they intend to use, maybe something that they would recommend to others? You see, if it's that powerful, they'll make it work. They'll get involved in it. Now comes learning. You see, for every project, you must learn to do something. So learning is often skills and knowledge. So we're measuring learning as they understand the facts and the trends and the knowledge that they must have, and even the skills to make it work. How do we know to make it successful? That's important, because no learning, the project's dead. Stops there. You can see this chain of impact can stop at any point, and we don't want it to stop. Obviously, we want to keep it going. Now, let's move to the third one, application. That's applying what we've learned. You see, that's the critical part, because we want to mobilize people. This is action now. They're doing something. They're using the procedure, they're following the process, they're making it work. If it's a marketing program, the customers are doing something we want them to do. Maybe it's checking our website, they're trying a trial run of our product. Whatever we're doing, we want action here. And particularly, we want to know, are they doing it? Are they doing it often? And are they having success with it? This is where a project could typically break down. You see, you could easily have no action, no activity. See, there are barriers that will get in the way. So we need to understand those barriers. What stopped that performance? What stopped that action? And then there's enablers. What actually helped that? So if we know those, we can make it better the next time when we evaluate this project. So that leads us to impact. Impact is the most important outcome for an executive. That's a consequence of application. Very common measures here of productivity, time, quality, costs, but things like absenteeism and employee turnover, accidents, incidents, those things that we know they're in our system, those are the impacts. But we also have things like engagement, reputation, image. See, those are more intangible. So we have both tangible, which are easy to measure, easy to convert to money, and intangibles that are not. They're very important. Both of them are important. Now, as we keep going, we have to take another step here, and that is to isolate the effects of our program. You see, if we have a new marketing project, we want to know how much sales actually came through our particular project. We're isolating the effects of our project on the outcome data. So that's a very critical step. It's one of the standards that you will learn in the process that we'll be teaching you. Got to do it. Now, the final one and the ultimate one is ROI. This is where we look at the monetary benefits from something compared to the costs. That's when you know it's a good investment for you. So we'll have to take the part of the impact that's converted to money, take that monetary benefits, and compare that to the cost of the program. We'll use the benefit cost ratio, which is typically in the governments, and the financial ROI, expressed as a percent, which is in business. But those two really mean the same thing. We'll show you how they all connect there. So these are the 5 levels of outcomes. You will have a module for each of those 5 levels. But just as a reminder, we we've got much history here. You can see this is something that we always measure at level 0, and then at level 1, almost always we measure that. At level 2, easy. Level 3, very possible. Often do that. And sometimes we don't do this for the non-capital investments, but we need to, and that's what we want to show you how to measure at this level 4 and at this level 5. You see, we have a predictor here. This is a good thing because we can quickly capture reaction and predict if they're going to use it or not. Application. And this is the measures that the executives want to see. It's a very comprehensive process. This is now the most used evaluation system in the world. This is what we'll be teaching you throughout this process. So, welcome to our session, and we will give you much more detail. 5 modules on just each of these levels. Thank you. See you in the classroom.